Almighty morning, welcome in. Welcome into Communication and Connections. Um, Today's guest is is Tara
I'm
Smith,
Tara.
and this is Tara. And you want to show your background real quick
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
get out of
yeah.
it. Be
Yeah, I
stronger
want
than your
everybody to
excuses.
realize they can be stronger than their excuses.
And I love Tara, personal trainer and nutrition coach. Love that. Love that. I mean, there's so much more to you than just those two things, too. So,
Absolutely.
and the reason I've heard of you, I think I've seen you on Facebook even before Don had mentioned you. He met you in Maryland.
Yeah, I'm actually married to his niece.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
And what a great family that is. I mean, it really
It,
is.
they are a truly great family, and Uncle Don is probably one of the coolest and best human beings I've had the pleasure of meeting.
I bet. Yes. And did he read you at all?
No, he won't do family.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
He does family's friends, though. He does.
Oh, there you go.
His mother has, I think, last time he was there, she had 5 people set up for readings.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. That's so cool. That's so cool.
And let me remind you, if you haven't read the description, Tara is not a spiritualist, so she will not do spiritual readings. However, please put in your fitness, wellness um, questions in there because she can answer those. Yes. So this is Great Quartz, and she is from Kenya,
Hi there.
and she is connecting to us from
Amazing.
Kenya right now. So,
Wonderful. That's so cool.
yep. And I invited everyone um, on 3 different channels of Facebook. So hopefully they'll be in because having the best coach for women 35 or over to me sounded like a great person to have on because
Thank you.
yeah, I kind of am in that group being a woman and over 35.
Yeah.
So I know I have questions for later. So the second half will be the questions. And welcome in Brandon 3T. And I'm not sure who that is for certain.
That's okay. Like I like everyone.
Yes. Well, I do have a son, Brandon, and I know he comes on every once in a while. I don't think that's him, but I never know. So just saying. And Brenda Watt is from Houston area,
Oh, amazing. I love Texas.
and she's getting ready to move to Oklahoma. So
Okay. That's a
looking forward
change.
to that. Yeah. Well, not. I mean, you're kind of in not quite the same culture, but it's laid back.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah. And that's what I lived in Texas for a year. So I was in San Antonio. I absolutely loved it. Just the laid back culture and how kind people were was that's the life that I know we all deserve. You know, Not to say that it's not quite that way in Maryland, but everything is so go, 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 go,
yeah,
and I like that more laid back style.
yeah. So you're more East Coast and dealing with the the rat race over on the East Coast.
That's exactly what it is. That's a very good way to put it. Yeah.
Good. So, how did you get to where you are today?
Good. That's a great question. And I was actually thinking about this the other day. So I have always been an athlete, from a very small age back to probably 3 or 4. My mom had me in softball, soccer, basketball, and I played sports all the way through high school. So I knew how to take care of myself. But then the 20s hit. You're invincible in your 20s.
Yes.
So all of a sudden, I noticed I started gaining weight. I was having to train myself harder and longer. I was getting frustrated. I didn't like myself. So it took me a while and to understand a healthy relationship with food and alcohol, that I had to have a balance to understand what went in my body was going to make me feel that certain energy to put out to the world. Well, then we were all hit with COVID.
Oh, wow.
COVID really hit me in a way that I'm such an extroverted person. I developed anxiety because I couldn't go out. So then all of a sudden, I noticed I went back to my unhealthy habit with food and alcohol. I had to hurry up, flip my script, learn that, okay, I could go out and run and connect with people to help feed that energy that I would need. And then in turn, that helped me and guided me back to having my healthy relationship with food and alcohol. Then I started noticing what was happening in the world to people. People were starting to go more into that sedentary lifestyle. I started seeing overweight population and obesity really take a severe uptick. So I contacted the National Academy of Sports Medicine and I wanted to know how I could take the knowledge that I taught myself and put it out there to help others that were in the same boat as me. And since that day, I became a nutrition coach and a personal trainer, and I've been putting it out there and meeting some of the most amazing people that this world has to offer and learning so much from others that it's made me the person that I am today.
And that's what it's all about, getting out. Now, being in Maryland and with the weather and all, I'm sure that you had a different experience than a lot of people here in Arizona.
Yeah, it's still
When,
actually chilly today.
yes, I could tell. Uh, one thing about being here, they told us to stay in the house. And it's like, excuse me, it is
Mhm.
spring. We do not stay in the house in springtime in Arizona.
Yeah,
So I was running on trails. Yes, I'd have a mask with me. I wouldn't wear it running because,
you can't breathe.
well, one, and then the other one, nobody's getting within 10 feet of me.
Right.
We're all on the trails. I mean, they're cyclists. We're all on the same trails, all doing the same thing, and getting out. But nobody's going to tell me to stay in the house.
Yeah,
I,
it was really, really difficult. You know, here it was when it hit us, I was a avid gym goer.
oh, wow.
Having to wear a mask in the gym was frustrating.
Mhm.
I never even saw myself as an anxiety rattled person because that's just not who I am. Well, I developed anxiety. I was like, okay, well, I'm running. I can't breathe, but I have to wear a mask. If you'd slide it down a little bit to catch your breath, they would come around and say, pull it up or you have to leave. And then that really created that deep panic. I dropped my gym membership and I taught myself how to work out without a gym.
And now you have,
I have a home gym and I do everything by myself. And I've really gotten huge into a TRX system, which is suspension trainers.
oh,
So I train myself a lot using my own body weight.
I like that idea. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a lot easier on your joints. It's comes down to being way less expensive, and they have designed it in such a way now that you literally, how do I do this? Have no excuse because you can take it on the go with you and use it anywhere.
Oh, wow.
Mhm. Yeah.
And what do you recommend as far as that's concerned? Is there a certain brand or?
But the only brand that so the company is actually called TRX,
Okay.
and they have been around, I'm not sure, I don't wanna say a number for years, but they have been out for a very long time. And their entire message behind it is you could just use your body weight. It's all body suspension. It has comes with adjustable straps, and you can get their entire system for under $200.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been life-changing for me because I take it with me. As long as you have a door frame or a tree, you guys have weather that you can do this all year round. You can wrap the system around a tree and boom, you've got it.
Wow. That would be something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really neat.
we do get rain every once in a while, but
I've got rain right now.
I bet I was there. I've been to Maryland a couple times, just flying through or driving through,
Yeah,
but I was there for a conference last June,
okay.
and I love that weather. And yes, I got out before the conference started, and did my running or walking and just enjoyed the weather because it was so much cooler than it is
Yeah,
here.
I mean, we don't get anywhere near as hot as you do, but we get that nasty humidity. I mean, some of our days where it's maybe beautiful and 72, but we also could have about 85% humidity. And then so much for your running.
Yeah. I wanted to post this real quick, and I don't know if you know who this person is.
I do.
And she
It's
called you Uncle Don.
Yeah, it's Uncle Don, one of the most amazing human beings I've ever had the pleasure to meet.
Yeah, he is great, and he's got so many things going on. I cannot believe how busy that man is. He has at least 20 hats going.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. The conference was at Loyola, the north side of Baltimore.
I knew he would know that.
He knew exactly where he was going and where he was the entire time.
Yeah.
He took us to his old neighborhood, and oh wow, it was, yeah, we got to see a lot of things. And of
That's
course,
amazing.
we had some crab cakes while we were there.
Unfortunately, I am not allowed to eat crabs or shrimp. I live in one of the states where that's what we're known for, but I can't have those.
Shellfish, huh?
Yep.
Sorry about that.
That's
Do
okay.
do you use Old Bay seasoning on other
Yeah,
things?
yeah, I can eat Old Bay. And I put it on my chicken, because I can't have the crabs or shrimp. So I do enjoy Old Bay.
And that's one of the things Don is big on is the Old Bay seasoning. So
What's interesting is that I started to travel recently and I noticed that that's what people ask for. And I'm like, wait, you don't use that here? That's weird to me, but we'll send it if anybody needs it or wants it. I don't mind sending it.
yeah, we had a raffle at ISF, and they were giving away
Cool.
the Old Bay, and he missed it by one almost every
Oh,
time they gave it away. And it's like, no.
oh
So,
man.
yeah,
Yeah, that's so cool though.
yeah. It was just, Old Bay is very important.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
And I love it too. I love it. I haven't really used it cooking that much, but yeah, I'm more of a, I don't know, Southwest herbs than
Hey,
anything
that's
else.
good. That's good too.
That's what I've, lived for the
Yeah.
last, we won't say how many decades. But,
Age is just a number.
it is. And because of my spirituality, I've been getting more and more fit and
Amazing.
knowing, I feel that my body is around 30, 35 right now.
I agree with you, and I understand exactly what you're saying. I don't have as much of the experience in the spirituality thing, but I understand mindset very well now. And I had to, in order to connect with my body, I had to learn how to connect with my mind. And when I hear you when you say you feel like you're 30, because I think I'm healthier and I feel better and have more energy than my 20-year-old self. And I'm 42. So to find all that is amazing, and it's a gift that we have, that we can take what we're thinking up here and just change the way that it's coming into us, and it gives us a completely different outcome.
Yes. And the way you wake up in the morning, could you explain that?
Oh, sure. So I set an alarm. I have a very strict routine for my sleep schedule. That's number one. I put my phone on do not disturb at night. Nothing can come through. I wake up like unbelievably, bing, my eyes open. I stretch, get out of bed, go right into the kitchen. Water and super greens are first. After that, it's a good 10-minute stretch routine every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It doesn't matter if I have a cold. It doesn't matter if I'm traveling. It doesn't matter what is going on in the day, a holiday. That it happens for me every day.
And do you find that if you stick to your discipline and your consistency, that staying healthy is much easier?
Oh,
Colds don't come in?
oh, knock on wood. Absolutely. I mean, I'm knock on wood, I'm a very thankful and healthy person. I even with my discipline and consistency, that is the key right there. Weight management is a lot easier. Flexibility, every aspect of my life, my attitude, every aspect of my life is easier because I'm consistent.
And this is what Don said. And when he met you, he was thinking, I've got to tell Julie about about Tara, because they both share the passion for health and wealth.
Oh,
I've gotten
absolutely.
off of sugar. So what do you eat? I know you can't do shellfish, but what about what you intake?
Oh, okay. So I focus on a well-balanced, well-rounded diet. I eat a lot of protein, and because we know protein just keeps that food noise out of your head, it helps you
Mhm.
build lean muscle, and it helps with weight management. Um, I do eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. Like an example, my breakfast this morning was half a cup of low-fat cottage cheese. I did a quarter cup of blueberries, a quarter cup of strawberries, and a little bit of honey. Just mix it all together, and there you go. I eat a lot of fish. I eat a lot of turkey, a lot of chicken. I don't really eat pork, and I go easy on red meat. And
Do you,
that's just a preference.
yeah. Well, do you find at all doing this, the routines that you do you
Mhm.
find that you crave any different? Okay, anything
I
different?
have been now. Here's to say, I'll be honest. I love chocolate and peanut butter. I believe both of those should be condiments, but
Love that.
everything is in moderation. Do I allow myself to still have some candy here and there? Because again, I love that chocolate and peanut butter combination. Yes, I do. And it's just a special treat, but I can't sit there. I cannot have it every day. I can't have it multiple times a day. I can't say, okay, today's a holiday, so I'm going to overindulge on all this sugar. You can't do that because you will notice your body feels different. We're told frequently now inflammation is a big thing. Well, that's what sugar does to us. When
Mhm.
you let all that sugar sneak into your body, you start having these joint aches and pains. And then the next thing you know, you crave it. You want to have that again and again. So I found it just easier to say, let's eat a healthy, well balanced diet, get my sugar naturally from my fruit and vegetables. And then I feel better.
Yeah.
We start to see a lot of these. We're all on social media. You see all these videos now where people say, I'm 30 and I get out of bed, and then they have all these sound effects for all these bones cracking and everything. And I'm like, no, that is not, that's that. If you think that's the way you're supposed to be,
No.
that's not accurate. Now every once in a while does something hurt, or yes, but that's okay. But no, I feel good every day on a regular basis. You know, I don't know about where you guys are, but we have a pollen count that's out of this world. But other than some swollen eyes and a little runny nose from pollen, I feel fantastic.
Yeah.
And this is a real energy level. Like this is me every day.
Good. That is great. I know that with spiritualism, it takes a lot of energy to do what we do.
Oh, I'm sure.
So we have to hydrate. That's why I have water with me at all times. We have to, yes. And I talk about the four pillars of self care.
Mhm.
And one is rest.
Oh,
And you were talking about you're very disciplined in the rest. So, what do you do for rest or
I
sleeping?
have a very strict sleep routine.
Okay.
It does not matter who I'm around, who I'm with, what I do. I'm sorry, I excuse myself and I go home to decompress and go to bed. I am an 8-hour sleeper. I know there are some people that can function very well with 6 or 7. I know myself, I am not one of those. I need
Mhm.
8. So 9 o'clock every night, my head hits that pillow. I'm not doom scrolling. I'm not watching TV. I'm not doing anything else other than prioritizing sleep. Like I said, my phone goes on do not disturb. I do have it set so, like I mentioned, my daughter's in the military, or if my
Mhm.
mother needs me or something, then their calls will come through. But other than that, I'll see everything else at 5 o'clock in the morning.
So you sleep until 5.
About 5:15. I give myself that 15-minute grace to kind of fall asleep, but my habit has been so well constructed that I pretty much I hit the pillow and I'm gone.
Excellent, excellent. And
Yeah.
because you're so disciplined, and while you're doing that, while you're disciplining yourself through exercise, your eating habits, your sleeping, you're also, like you said, your mindset is different.
Mhm.
It's clear.
It's clear. It's absolutely positive up here. It's clean. It's happy. It's focused. I do my best to flip everything. If something negative comes into me, I say, okay, guess what? We're gonna put that aside. We'll get to that if it's important. If it doesn't matter, I'm gonna let it go. Because I know that I have to sleep. And in order to sleep properly, that's got to shut off. Good night.
Yes. And that is, it can be difficult,
Mhm.
especially if your cortisol level, cor-
Well,
yeah.
and your cortisol level will spike exponentially around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning if you are not in a good deep sleep pattern.
Ah,
And the really terrible thing about cortisol, it we know it's a hormone, it's a stress hormone. It attaches to fat cells. So that's another reason why sometimes if we're going through an extremely stressful period in our lives or we may not be sleeping properly, we get that belly bloat. That's your wonderful cortisol. So that's a really, really good reason why we should all learn how to just be happy all the time.
and speaking of that, um, what about the nutrition?
Sure.
And I know you talk about cortisol adhering to the fat cells.
Mhm.
However, how do you keep the inflammation down?
So keeping your inflammation down, one, we have to understand. People say, okay, well, I'm not eating that many carbohydrates. Well, what I have learned is that most people don't understand fruits and vegetables are carbohydrates. So we have to look at food and change. There's ways that we can change the wording of food. We need to eat to live. We
Mhm.
don't live to eat.
Right.
So all those fast food restaurants that we have now, all this stuff that you drive down the road and you smell it, we have made food so palatable that we don't realize
Mm.
the calories that we're eating, the sugar intake. Well, unfortunately, all of that makes us secrete cortisol. That increases the size of our fat cells. That brings in inflammation and just makes us feel horrible. When I am married to an amazing person that supports me in this lifestyle and helps me out. So she does all my I we kind of talk about what we're going to do and we actually weigh our food. And then she likes to meal prep for me on Sundays. So I am blessed in that because like we were actually talking about it yesterday. We eat a lot. But what we eat is very low in calories and we eat the rainbow. So with every meal, we have different colors, whether it's different fruit, different vegetables, very, very low. I'm seeing what Uncle Don said. It's very, very low in the glycemic index, which is the sugar level.
Yeah. And yes, I'll plug your book all the time. The
I read
ultimate.
it.
You've read it?
I read it.
I actually have it. Do I have it in 3 forms? I think I might have it in all 3 forms,
You
which
win.
is paperback, um, ebook, and audio.
Yeah. Oh, amazing.
Because if I'm in the car and I want to listen, it's there. I can
Yeah.
listen to it and not have
I
to worry about
I've
it.
even I took this habit from my daughter. I thought it was bogus at first, but she said, "Mom, when you're in the shower, that's you time. So listen to whatever whatever journey you're on or whomever you want to get advice from. Listen to it while you're in the shower because nobody else comes in, no one interrupts you. And man, I started doing this recently and I called her and I said, you know what? You were right. How often does a mom say a kid's right?
Well, eventually the student does become the teacher.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And she is I know I'm a little biased, but she's an amazing human being.
Good, good. I know that. Okay. So affirmations and listening to what helps in the shower works for you.
Absolutely.
So that's
Yeah,
great.
but I mean, people should speak positively about themselves every day. That talks about the affirmations. You and the mindset. You have to tell yourself that you are worth it.
Yeah.
You have to tell yourself that you are enough. And one of my sayings that I do is I am built, not bought, because I know the time that I'm putting into myself, it's hard work, but
Mhm.
I know I'm worth it. So that's why I do this. I'm worth it. My wife is worth me doing this. My daughter's worth it. My mom, everybody else that's out there and I'm helping you, everyone is worth it, and that's what we have to tell ourselves.
Yeah. One of my lines is, "You are the most important person in your life."
Absolutely. I agree with you.
Because if you're not for you, who are you?
Who are you? And don't be afraid to be who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. So we were talking about the inflammation,
Mm-hmm.
and you were talking about carbs. Now I want to talk about a little bit about grains,
Grains. Okay.
because we're hearing that it's really, I love that, built not bought. Yes, because yeah, we won't get into the bought part, but um, grains for some people work very well, but
Right.
for others, they are they the ones causing the inflammation because of the sugar within them, or how is that working out?
Well, so what I know about it is, first of all, we eat way too we that's one of the biggest carbohydrates that people have problems with. And if you're going to eat grains, you need to take either a quarter cup or you need to take your hand and put your hand in a little cup like this. Whatever
Mhm.
fits in the palm of your hand, just not a full palm, a little scoop. That's all the grains that you should be eating. And the problem is, it, it does make you gain weight. They will if you're not using it. So, carbohydrates the body uses as energy. But if you're not expending that energy, you're going to notice it's going to start to pack on some pounds. But we have to have some carbs. So if it's grains that you're doing it in that way, that's okay. I mean, I like rice, but I switched from rice to basmati just because it's a little bit lighter and fluffier. But again, quarter cup, that's it. And I have to make sure that I'm being active or I'll start to gain weight.
Yeah, and I've done away with rice because of the sugar
Sugar. Yeah.
content. Yeah,
Hmm.
and I've gotten off of sugar. And you're right. My granddaughter uh, lives lives with us part time, but she loves to bake, and
Yeah.
so last week it was lemon bars.
That's a big trend right now.
Well, I had to have a little bit, just to test it out.
That's okay.
But that night, yes, and
You
that
feel
morning,
terrible.
the next morning, the joints, and it's like water and mushrooms. Mushrooms, um, shiitakes are great because they have the highest magnesium for
Mhm.
mushrooms. So,
Absolutely. I take a mushroom supplement every morning.
which one do you take?
That's a good question. I can go grab it and show you in a minute. I don't know what it's called, but
Oh,
I've been taking it for about 6 months now, and it's made a big difference.
good, good. I'm glad to hear that. Lion's mane is also a really good one.
Hmm.
It keeps your mind clear, and it was what kept me away from sugars at 2 in the afternoon when you start lose some of your energy
Oh, absolutely.
and you want to
And
go to sugar, but no.
yeah, you want to go to sugar, but and what I tell people, when you're tired, listen to your body. You're either you do need sleep or your body's telling you you're hungry. Because those are the two ways that we get energy. It's either through eating or through sleeping. But you have to look at why are you hungry at 2 o'clock if you had your lunch break between 11 and 1 or something, and it's because you didn't eat well enough. You either more than likely you didn't eat enough protein. More than likely you had enough of those simple carbs that your body just blew through. Like I see a lot of people, we're not in toddlers anymore. Or in grade school, we can't pack a sandwich and a bag of chips because we are going to crash at 2 o'clock. That bread, all your carbohydrates there, then all of your chips that you're just mindlessly eating, that's all your sugar. That's your crash. So if you want to feel good, you've got to get rid of that and start eating things that actually, we'll say, don't eat a bland, colorless diet. It needs to be a colorful diet.
And I have a tendency, it's the protein that I have a tendency not to.
Absolutely. It's protein, and everybody, we have different levels of protein depending on what your goal is, whether it's weight loss, muscle building, just wanting to feel healthy, but what the easiest way to do it, I just say, okay, so your protein should look like about, like open your hand kind of like this, and your protein should take up that much room on your plate. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is an easier way to do it. Fruits and your vegetables are like this. Proteins like this. Fat is just the tip of your finger. That's disappointing, right?
I'm not worried. Yeah, I don't. Fat is not.
I tell people don't really worry about fats because your brain needs it. I mean, it's one of those things that we need and we digest the slowest.
Just a thought. Protein,
sure.
Eggs. How are eggs for protein?
I love eggs. The only thing about eggs is you're only going to get about 6 grams of protein per egg. So, we want to try and target at a bare minimum of 20 grams of protein per meal.
Oh.
People that are into muscle building and real weight loss, and depending on your actual body structure, I could talk to them one-on-one because they're going to need, different levels of protein. But so if you're going to have eggs for breakfast, try to get 3 in you. And then if cholesterol is an issue for you, eggs really don't bear that much cholesterol, but that's why they started making egg whites, because of people that are afraid of it.
Yeah.
I
mean, egg whites are good, but again, and I think you talked about it earlier. Yes, you did, and we'll get into that too. But as you age, you need more building blocks.
Oh, absolutely, because we're not aware that after the age of 30, we start to lose approximately 1% of muscle mass every year.
Wow.
And that's just muscle. That's not our bone density that's decreasing. And it doesn't have to be that way. We can flip it and prevent the loss by eating properly and moving.
And moving is very important.
Very important, very important. I did a little quick video just on walking the other day. We don't understand what we get from walking. I mean, other than it makes you happy because you start releasing happy hormones, but the pressure that you're putting on your legs lets the long bones of your legs remodel. So you want to keep strong bones, and it's a simple way to do it.
Yes. And if you do have a tendency to, as you get older, some people have a tendency to not be steady on their legs. And so building up the protein in the muscles is very important right now.
Oh, extremely, because we need that muscle. If we let our muscle start to decrease, that's exactly what causes us to be unstable. Stability is really, really important. Because we know studies have shown that after 65, if we haven't worked on it and we fall, that is life-changing and not in a good way. We want to maintain that stability. So we have to keep walking and we've got to eat protein.
And you want to answer this one?
To regain muscle mass, working out, nutrition, simple exercise. It's all of it, but it's the nutrition. It's eating. Yeah, muscle mass, it's that protein. You've got to hit that protein goal. And I tell people, speaking of protein, there are tons of protein bars and protein shakes out there, but they are an aid to help you. You actually need to eat food. You've got to eat your eggs, your chicken, you've got to eat like that. Your turkey, your fish. Fish is great. I tell people if we're pinched for time and you like fish, a little bit of tuna fish can hit 25 grams of protein in one meal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you were, one of your videos was
Mhm.
your wife doing the meal prep
Yeah.
and salmon. And
Uh-huh.
then she was measuring out how many ounces and all that. And you said, yeah, or that she said that she can eyeball it now
Yeah,
and get
because
an
we've been
idea.
doing it. We have a little kitchen scale that we weigh and measure everything we eat, including our fruits and vegetables. But we've been doing it for so long together, and I showed her the easy ways to just boom, do your hand. Um, and that's why she was cutting it into portions the other day. And I was like, "Hey, did you weigh that?" And she was like, "Huh, I've done it for so long now, I can just eyeball it, and I know." And she was right. I mean, she had it right in there, 4.5 ounces.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, and it's nice to see your videos.
Thank
They
you.
are helpful. They pop up when you need to see them.
Thank you. That's great. That's
So,
really nice to hear.
yeah. I mean, we all do, post things for that reason to help whomever sees it at that
Absolutely.
time.
That's my goal in life is just to be able to help as many people in whatever way I possibly can.
So, how can people get a hold of you?
Oh, sure. You can easily find me on social media. Just Discipline Built Tara. And I'm all over. I've got a Threads account, which I don't really check too frequently, but it'll
Yeah.
notify me. Facebook and Instagram are the easiest ways to get a hold of me.
Yes. And you're also on TikTok.
I am on TikTok. Yep.
Yeah. When trying to match or watch your weight is conflicting with eating, what is the best way to get needed nutrients versus keeping the food intake in constraints?
Okay. So the easiest way to watch your weight is again, you don't have to I tell everybody you don't have to take out everything you want. If you want to eat pizza, one slice. We're not eating two or three. If we are out and about, I know some people travel frequently. You just have to be conscious of ordering. It's what your sides are. Get your burger, but don't eat both sides of the bun plus an extra large fry on the side. That's the hardest things. Let's
Mhm.
try and avoid things like mayonnaise. Let's flip over to
Yes.
like mustards and things and that not just a fat content, but a calorie difference. That can really, really be detrimental to your weight, and we won't even realize it. But you'll hear people that'll get into white meat versus dark meat, and I go, just eat the meat, it's fine, because if you're really, really crunching for 2 calories there, we need to think about things in a different way. But as long as you're eating protein, which is very, very low in calories, and then healthy fruits and vegetables, go more towards the vegetable end because they typically have less calories than your fruits do. You don't have to worry about it too much. I mean, that's why I tell everybody you're not going to gain weight from eating fruits, vegetables, and fish. That's just not going to happen. Now, it's everything else that we're not talking about that people gain weight from.
Now we've got to be careful because
Sure.
some people feel that potatoes are a vegetable, and some
Oh, okay.
people feel they're just starch.
They're a
So,
starch. So in the nutrition field, they are considered a starch. And we can eat potatoes, that's okay, but we can't eat a loaded baked potato. And we can't eat one of those where was it? My wife and I went to Mission Barbecue. And I usually just get the meat a la carte and then that's it. And they do have a couple vegetable sides, but they were advertising this loaded sweet potato. And I saw this thing, and it was a sweet potato on steroids. It
oh
was
my.
ginormous. And I'm thinking, that's a family meal in one, but they don't put the calories on it. They don't tell you exactly what they're loading it with. They don't tell you how they cook it. And that's what's going to get people. They'll think, okay, sweet potato is a vegetable. I can eat that. That's fine. No, you can't eat that loaded sweet potato that's meant to feed four. So yeah, but
Yeah.
eat sweet potatoes. I mean, I'm big right now into sweet potato chips. I air fry them. Um,
Yeah.
a potato, potatoes are good. The skin's where all the vitamins are.
Yeah.
Just eat half of the potato, sea salt, and you're good to go.
Now, with what is being sold at the stores as far as produce and starches,
Yeah.
um, they have numbers on them.
Mm-hmm.
And anything that starts with a 4 or a 3 or anything else and around that are not organic. They have pesticides. They have anything and everything on them, the chemicals. What do you suggest to get rid of those chemicals?
In all honesty, I don't even believe the numbers are accurate in what they tell us. I believe that even if you are buying organic things, they need to be washed.
Thank you.
I make sure that we rinse and wash all of our fruits and vegetables. And if we buy meat from somewhere, we're getting our protein and I don't see any blood vessels, I'm not eating it. It's
Oh, wow.
it's because it needs to be natural. We don't want things that are lab grown, and that's just a preference. I'm not shaming anyone that is okay with it. That is perfectly fine. That's just a health preference of mine and my family's. We want to make sure and be sure that everything we're eating is as natural as possible.
Yes. And I didn't realize, I did see a few mentions of the fake food out there. And
Mhm.
one of them was an avocado, and they showed it how it just kind of molded
Yeah.
into things.
I
It's
saw,
plastic.
actually one of my friends bought a bag of apples, and they forgot they bought this bag of apples. They cleaned their car out about 6 months later. The apples were still apples. They were still shiny,
Oh
waxy,
my.
and first thing we were thinking is, "Okay, are these plastic? Like, what happened?" We made the executive decision, you should not eat those and you should never buy those again. Like, whatever store that was, that's not a thing because they definitely should have rotted.
Yes. I'm noticing that too.
Mhm. You just have to be careful with everything. It doesn't matter, you could go to a big box store, you could go to a little, superstore. It doesn't matter. You just have to be educated, careful, and wash your things.
Yeah. How do you wash the vegetables, fruits and vegetables?
A little bit of just run them under warm water, scrub them a little bit, let everything air dry. I do as best I can to make sure that when I do buy them, we check to see the type of wax or the level because we've noticed that around here we're getting that appeal put on a lot of our produce, and you can see it. It's a
Yeah.
wax, so we try to avoid that.
Okay. Uh, People have suggested putting in baking soda in water and scrubbing them in that
I
too.
don't see anything
Something.
wrong with that, and if that makes you feel better, baking soda has been around for centuries, so let's use it.
Yeah. Well, one thing is, and for those of you who don't know, that Arm& and Hammer is like a monopoly on baking soda, and
Yeah.
but it's not as healthy as it used to be.
Nope.
Um, Bob's Bob's Mill, I think his stuff. Um, his stuff is organic and more natural. I've also been told, I haven't looked at it yet, that you can get the pure baking soda on Amazon.
You can.
Okay.
Yes, you can because you are right. Yeah. A lot of these big name stores, unfortunately, they have been sold out, so they are not what they used to be or what we know them as.
Yeah. Which is very sad. And that's
Oh,
why I go to a lot of the farmers markets.
it's nice. Well, we're getting warm enough where we'll have those again.
I was near Loyola, and they had a farmers market one day that I was there, and I had to go and check it out just
Yeah,
to see
yeah, it's
what they
wonderful.
had. Yeah.
I actually this year, I got too busy, but the past 3 years, I actually grew our own fruits and vegetables, and it worked out really well, especially here because in Maryland we're known for tomatoes, so they're very easy to grow here. But this year, I just didn't have the time to get them going.
And being a nutritionist. Sorry, I'm having a
I'm a nutrition coach. I can't take the credit for being a nutrition. And the only big difference is I cannot prescribe individual meal plans,
Oh, okay.
but everything else is in my scope.
What do you think of tomatoes as far as the health? I wouldn't say benefits.
Well, in a way, you do get health benefits from especially skin health. You know, tomatoes are wonderful. They're very acidic, so that's the only thing. Like if you have issues with like stomach ulcers or anything like that, be careful. But I love tomatoes.
I love them too, but they are also a nightshade.
Yeah, they are. I mean, so don't eat them all the time. Don't eat them every day. But if you know,
Yeah, and my joints, I know when I have a tomato day, my joints are, oh yeah, I did.
yeah. And then they're gonna affect people differently. You know,
Yes.
like especially with like I'll use Red 40 as an example. That really, really has side effects on some people and other people not at all. I mean, it's best to just avoid it. I'm not into food colorings or anything like
Right.
that, but that's one of those things that it may affect you really bad where others they may not even notice.
Yeah. And the same thing with eggplant. Eggplant, I love eggplant, but
Hmm.
it is also a nightshade, so you have to be
You
careful.
have to be careful. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not something that you can overindulge in. You shouldn't eat it every day. You've got to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of those, but everything is different for each person.
Yeah, exactly. Each individual. And, just like certain fruits and vegetables are going to work differently on some people. Some people are going to have, like we talked about, different protein levels for certain people. Everybody's body's different.
Yeah. Well, back to protein a little bit is
Hmm.
one great thing about being in Arizona is called a mesquite tree. I know they
Okay.
have them in different places, but mesquite trees produce beans.
Oh,
Those beans turn into powder or flour with 19 grams of protein.
amazing. I love that. I love that. We just have to be careful with beans though, because beans will pack on a little bit of extra carbs for us. I mean, because it's fiber. So anytime we have
Right.
fiber, we know that's carbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
that's
if
amazing.
19 grams compared
Yeah.
to, I don't know how much fiber in there, but it might work out where it's almost the 20 grams
Yeah, I think it's
for
I think it's
meals.
wonderful. I think it's
Yeah.
wonderful. What I tell people, so the easiest way, I know things are getting really really confusing right now because you go to the store and you see the word protein on everything and it's hard to know whether it is a good protein source. So I tell people the easiest calculation you can do, find on the label the total number of calories, find the total protein level in it. Take that protein level, multiply it by 10. If it comes out to being equal to the number of total calories or higher, that's good. If it's lower, that is not a good source of protein.
Okay. Understood on that. I know. I like to see on snacks. I don't do a whole lot of snacks,
Mhm.
but I do like if I'm going to have one, I'm very picky about what's in there. No seed oil, no this, no that.
Yep.
And no added sugar.
Nope.
But to see how much protein it is, I like a decent amount. But now that you
Yeah,
say
and
the
if you
calculation, definitely
it's yeah, because and truthfully, if you're eating enough protein, you're not gonna
right.
want a snack. Like it's just you're not gonna get hungry. That's the thing. Like where when you're eating properly, you almost have to time out your meals to make sure that you are eating enough because you're not gonna get hungry.
Yeah. Sorry, something was sent to me just now.
That's
Okay.
okay.
Usually it's about what we're talking about here. And okay, let's see what we got. All right. And welcome in Angie. A5 says is a part of the group. She's on
Wonderful.
Wednesday nights with Uncle Don. So,
Amazing.
yeah. So if you can watch tonight between 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, hopefully they'll be on tonight. And I'm sure I'll hear from him.
Ooh, I'll be in bed.
This is true. This is true. That's your bedtime. Well, you can watch it the next day or whenever you feel like it.
Yeah.
But they're so much fun. It's almost a comedy routine that is not choreographed or written. It's not scripted at
Oh, I
all.
love that.
Okay.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. So it's fun. And welcome in, Christine. Yeah. Can you do it? The type of readings we're doing today, Christine, is about your health, wellness, and fitness. So any questions you have on that, it's all in the description today. So whatever questions you have on that, please put that in the chat, and I'll post it as soon as we're ready. And okay, all right. So now we talked about grains a little bit. Are there any grains, and you like rice,
Mhm.
and basmati, and I love
Mhm.
basmati. That's one of my favorite ones too.
Yeah.
So I think not jasmine, but there was another one that is in India. Now, do you know where your basmati is coming from?
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's India.
Okay.
And that's the thing, like I'm not going to tell people don't eat grains. Don't yeah, I mean
Right.
jasmine rice is great, and if you can tolerate it and do like the blacks, yellows, reds, they're a lot better for you.
Right.
White rice, of course, is the worst, but you get nothing but a belly bloat from that.
Yes.
But again, any of your grains, you just it's portion control, and a portion is a quarter cup. That's it.
Okay. Because oats, and to
Mhm.
me, I found that oats, of all the grains right now, whether I have the oat milk or anything, that it is inflammatory.
Oh, it's inflammatory. It's bad for weight management. Um, it's just they're not good. No,
Okay.
I avoid them.
And how long has it been that they've been saying oats are great for you? They lower your cholesterol. They do this. They do
Oh,
that.
yeah, they for a long time, and that's actually what I was talking to somebody about this the other day, but they started posting all that stuff. I mean, think back when we had the keto diet, and then we started having like you should watch your fats, and it's just different trends that they pump out, and it's all about money. It's not about your true health. It's you just need to talk to somebody that understands what's going on, and don't look out for these big claims that they're making, because there's never been a good one.
Yeah. And I want to go back to I'm built, not bought,
Yeah,
because to me, they're
I'm
buying us. Actually, we're paying.
we're paying them to buy us. Yeah,
Yes,
that's the thing.
exactly.
Yep. I am built.
Exactly.
I am not bought. I do not use steroids. I do not use peptides. I do not use GLP-1s. I am everything, my body metrics, who I am. I worked for it.
And you were talking about the fads of the advertisement.
Oh,
Eggs have been through the ringer and then
they
some.
have. Oh, they have. If you have high cholesterol, and I remember back from when I was a kid, and I'm talking, I can probably like 8 years old. I remember watching my uncle eat egg beaters, and I'm thinking, why not just eat an egg? And he's like, oh, the doctor told me they're not healthy. They came from a chicken. Why aren't they healthy? I don't understand. No, I eat eggs.
Now, when it comes to eggs, do you do the organic? I mean, all of it is in the labeling, I understand,
Yeah.
not in real life, but I have gotten away from the white eggs and more of the pasteurized, where they're
Yeah.
out in the pastures.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I've had them all. I mean, I've even had duck eggs, and
Mhm.
man, those are fantastic. If I'm lucky enough to get a hold of any of those, of course our eggs are supposed to be all different colors, because that's how
Mhm.
chickens lay them. And if you get them from, ducks eggs are wonderful. And unfortunately, the white eggs in the grocery store, they are bleached. and that's why we have to put them in the refrigerator, because if you get them from a farm, you can leave them on your counter, so what does that tell you? But either way, I know the world that we live in, it's all about convenience and what you can get. So if that's all we can get or what's in a grocery store, that's fine. Just read your label and know what you're getting.
Yeah, we have Sprouts out here.
Oh, we do have one of those here.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we
and
do.
that's where I get my eggs if I don't get them from a farm.
Yeah, Sprouts is wonderful.
Yeah. And they have a variety. I think they have some white ones left in there
They
too.
do. Yeah.
I don't look at those at all. It's like,
yeah, because people just don't know or they don't understand. I was with it was actually my mom. We were in a grocery store and she got yellow American cheese. I said, Mom, cheese isn't supposed to be yellow. She said, what do you mean? I said, they dyed it. It's not supposed to be yellow. It's supposed to be white. Like, think about milk. If you got yellow milk, you'd be really upset.
What they put in there?
Exactly. And I said, cheese is the same way. It's not supposed to be yellow.
Yeah, and when I was just thinking if my eggs turn brown for any reason, it's like, yeah, I don't want those normally at one time. But now brown eggs are
they're the way to go. That's natural.
Yeah,
that they didn't do any, there's no chemical changing of that. There's no chemical engineering. That's just an egg.
Yeah. And when you do get them from a farm, if you do get the greens and the pinks or reds or blues or anything else, those are natural, people.
They're natural. Yeah.
Yeah. And Sprouts prices for fresh veggies are actually some of the best in the valley. Yes, definitely. I have been finding out, though, I must admit, that the Hispanic stores, the Asian stores, the Mediterranean stores, those are better. Even Lili, which is an Asian store, the prices in those are so much better.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're starting to see those pop up everywhere. So I am blessed in this area. I may not have the perfect weather, but we do have all these different options for stores.
Yeah. And I'm finding, I've been to 3 Sprouts in the this last week, probably since Sunday. And I walk through there and I'm not finding anything I want to buy. It's just been very sad. I have my flax milk that I buy from that because I don't do dairy as much as possible. But other than that, there's nothing there I want right now. It's just not appealing. They've added in donuts and a few other things, so they've kind of lost me as far as I used to work there a little bit.
I understand why they do it. It's all about revenue. It's especially where I am. It is hard to find healthier options because it's just all about money and who's going to buy what. So it's just they've made it very difficult. We have the options, but you're not always going to find what you want.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, wow. That is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a while there, the person I do a live with on Fridays had like 20 chickens, and I was getting a dozen a week.
Yeah,
now,
that's amazing.
Yeah, the coyotes got to a lot of them, so we don't have that many. So I don't even ask these days. It's like,
yeah,
it's pretty bad. And I'm so glad that they do have that you're getting stuff like that. And I know that it also,
but we have the options. You got to look.
Yeah. And that you're growing vegetables you did. So hopefully you can get back to it. A friend of mine does moringa. I don't know if you've heard of that.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, she grows moringa trees. She does moringa products.
Wow.
So I got moringa trees. So the seeds, and I'm growing that. And now we're also doing the.
I avoid corn.
Me too. Because of the GMOs and all, Stop.
And it really doesn't, it's one of those vegetables that doesn't do anything for us. I mean, little
Yeah.
fiber, but yeah, just a preference.
Yes. I'm with you on that. Thank you, Wade. Um, oh, what was it? And lettuce, iceberg lettuce.
It's just water.
Yeah.
It's just water. It's a waste of your dollar, whatever, you know. If you're gonna eat lettuce, try to me, I'm big on romaine lettuce or I'll just go for spinach or a nice mix.
Mhm.
But iceberg lettuce is no. Just drink water.
Yeah. Yeah. Same here. And um, one of the towns in Arizona is the lettuce capital, I think, of the world, at least of the
Wow.
United States. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. They grow a lot down there. So it's not that expensive, but yeah, I stay away from the iceberg.
Yeah, it's not worth it, you know. It's you can just flip over to romaine lettuce. It's you're going to get a lot more vegetable vitamins out of it, you know, your micronutrients that we all need and you know, it stays together better.
Okay. Now we don't want to eat a whole lot of potatoes. Quarter cup
Mm,
is the
yep.
is measurement.
All of your starches. Quarter cup.
Oh, and if you're going to do corn, I wouldn't even do that much, but
Mhm.
um, so corn, potatoes, and iceberg lettuce. So, is there anything else you would say that does not give us a whole lot of nutrition? Bang for our buck, nutrition bang.
Uh, you know, not even that won't give us a whole lot, but what we look at as super healthy. And I want to talk about avocados for a second.
Okay.
Are avocados good for us? Yes. But wow, are they so calorically dense? It's unbelievable. And one, like we're talking just a normal size avocado there is about 240 calories and it can be upwards of 33 grams of fat. So avocados are one of those things that we classify it as the world's mayonnaise. Got to be really careful with those.
Okay. And here in Arizona, um, they're they're available almost everywhere, and
Oh,
in
it's
a decent
disappointing
shape.
because one of my favorite junk foods is guacamole. So, and I just have to be careful with it.
And so I know they tell you that avocado is so great for you too.
Just
So
it's one of those things that within moderation. Avocado is
moderation, yes.
wonderful because it's healthy fat, but you just like everything else, you can take something that's healthy and go way overboard. You know, that's the same thing like grapes. You can or pineapple, you know, you can it's healthy and it's loaded in vitamins. They're great for fiber, but if you sit there and just eat them and eat them and eat them, they're loaded in sugar.
Yes. And I do like grapes. I like
Oh,
the
me
concept of
too. I
grapes.
like the little snap that you get with them, you know, they're
Yes.
refreshing, you know, but we've got to be careful.
But berries are a little better for you.
Oh, absolutely. Berries are they're in that superfood class, you know, where we can eat our berries and they are loaded in micronutrients. Yeah.
And when I was getting off of sugar, I found myself eating a lot of one thing, not well, a lot of fruits, and kind of going overboard on certain things
Yeah.
just to get the sugar content. But
I
I
think healthy.
noticed my body gets rid of that whatever I have excess of, and I can tell the difference of what I've had too much of. Do
I
you
agree
find
with
that?
you.
Okay.
That our body will do that. It'll recognize what we have too much of. Just like an easier way of saying it is like vitamins. If you take too many over the counter vitamins, your urine looks a little bit darker. You know, because your body says, okay, that one level is too high. We need to flush it out. So as long as you're properly hydrated, it's going to come out. You know, the electrolyte salt, if we have a little bit too much, flush it on out. You know, our bodies are designed to take care of us, but we just have to take care of it.
And it takes time to figure it out too. And by the
Oh,
time we figure it out or start to look at figuring it out, like you said, we're in our 30s, 35 or over, wait a minute. I did all that to my body. I shouldn't have.
Yeah, yeah, but you can reverse everything. That's the super cool thing. I mean, if you look into how fast our liver is one of the most amazing, parts of our body. It can completely regenerate itself. You just have to eat well and drink water, and we don't need to do all these flushes and detoxes because that's why we have our liver. It flushes and detoxes everything for us. Look at what our kidneys do for our blood. I mean,
Yes.
our body recycles everything and gets everything cleaned out for us naturally. You don't need to put all that stuff in you.
Do you do any supplements at all?
I do. I do a few supplements. I do take a multivitamin every day. I do take my mushroom complex. I take both of those in the morning. I am big on probiotics. I take that at night. I do an elderberry and ashwagandha.
Oh, wow. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did have a question earlier, and I usually give us a break, but we're already after 9. So I want to get to Christine. Christine, are you still here? Please let us know. I'm questioning my low iron. It's better since I'm on iron supplement and think that will give me more energy.
Oh, absolutely. Iron's a big one. Being an anemia is we know a lot about that. It's well out there. Spinach is really, really good. Red meat, we know both of those really boost your iron level.
Okay.
And yeah, you will get a lot of energy and you'll notice your body temperature shifts a little bit.
Okay. And spinach, I love spinach. I really
Yep.
do.
Me too.
But we have to take caution with spinach too.
In what way?
It has oxalates.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. So I don't know anybody that's going to eat it every day because one, it will cause you to get backed up. I mean, we push our iron level up, then all of a sudden now we have another issue. We can't go to the bathroom.
Yes.
So, and it's just this is one of those things where that word moderation comes in because even with healthy things, we were talking about our fruits and our avocados. It's all got to be within moderation. The body can only handle and properly digest everything one at a time, and within reason. We can't. No, I mean, I eat a lot of the same things. I'm like a wash, rinse, and repeat kind of person because I know it works. But even with that being said, I can't eat the same things every single day.
Yeah. And speaking of that, how do you prepare it? Do you do raw or do you do cooked?
99% of the things that I eat are cooked. We air fry a lot. We use avocado oil if we need to use an oil. We don't fry anything. We're big on grilling, especially now that the weather's nice. I will eat raw fish here and there, like if it's one of those that I can eat, or warm, like minimally cooked. But other than that, I'm big into making sure everything's well done.
And a lot of people do choose to have vegetables raw. And again, my partner on Friday, he found that not to be a good thing to do raw. He wouldn't do a lot of washing either. Just
okay. Okay. So wash your vegetables, please. But yeah, some of them we can eat raw, and you actually end up getting more of the nutrients out of them by eating them raw. Once we start steaming or grilling vegetables to get it to that doneness you may prefer, or you're worried about certain bacteria or whatever, we're actually killing out and burning off all the nutrients that we wanted from it.
Okay. Well, the reason I know a little bit about oxalate is because at one time I had medullary sponge kidneys, which is stone saturated in the kidneys.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I've learned a lot about oxalates. And I want to go back to spinach because spinach cooked, whether it's steamed or boiled, I don't want to boil it. Steaming to me is better.
I agree.
That water, use it in your garden.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You don't want that water in your body because that happens to have the oxalate in it. So if you're going to do raw spinach, do it very moderately, like once a month if you can, if you can, but not very often.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree. I agree. And yeah, you talk about the water, like it should be in your garden. I believe everybody should have their water tested and we should be filtering everything. In our house, we had a company come out, they'll test your water coming out of your faucets for free for you. They will show you everything that is in your water, talk about what it's doing to your skin, while you're bathing. They'll
Wow.
recommend different types of filtration systems that you have. So you have to you have to know everything you're putting in and on your body.
Wow. Yeah. And welcome in Victor. Victor is from Sweden, and I will be interviewing him next week. Okay. And I want to put up what Sandra is saying. One lady juiced too much spinach over a period of time and needed to have her gallbladder removed.
Yeah, juicing anything too frequently is not good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even big in for people like juicing their fruits and making smoothies. I'd say just eat it.
Yeah. I love grapefruit. And here in Arizona, we get a lot of grapefruit. So I'm just peeling him and eat him like an orange.
Yeah.
I don't cut it in half
Nope.
like
Don't
they
put
used
anything
to.
on it.
Nothing on it.
Yeah.
Um, and I do. One of my indulgence is nut. What is it? Nutso butter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have that here. Yeah. Yeah.
And I will make a nutso butter sandwich, one piece of bread, with topped with grapefruit.
Oh, that sounds
So
great.
good. I'm just telling
Yeah,
you, it's so
I
good.
switched. We were into a lot of the nut butters and they started making them with extra protein and things, but then my deep love for peanut butter and just the health benefits, I switched to PB Fit, which is the same thing as PB2. So it's just the peanuts just crushed into a powder and then you add a little bit of water to get the paste consistency that you would like. So it took out all the oils. It's only
Oh
2 grams.
wow!
Yeah, it's only 2 grams of fat per serving instead of the 14 or higher that you're getting in peanut butter.
And how much protein do you get out of that?
Maybe one serving, I want to say, is 8. Might be a little bit higher. You know what?
Wow,
Let
cool.
me see.
That would be great.
It actually it tastes really good. Let me see. I do a lot of videos with that
Okay.
because I use it all the time. So let's see the protein in it. Yep. It's 8 grams of protein, like I said.
Oh wow, that is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here in Sweden, we have a plant that grows wild called silly bum,
Oh,
and
we don't have that
medicinal
here.
plant. Should be used with what? Yeah,
Swedish name.
yeah.
I'm not
Silly
familiar
bum.
with that.
Yeah, I've never.
Never heard of it.
I have a feeling it's something else that we call it here, but couldn't tell you what
That's
it was.
yeah, more than likely.
Yeah, unless it didn't come over, which everything did. So
Everything does.
yeah. So, Christine, did she answer your questions, or is there anything else that you would? I know the red meat and the spinach for
Mhm.
iron. Is there
And
anything else?
a lot of beans have a lot of iron in them too. So if you want to avoid spinach, that's better ways that you can get it. And natural instead of taking. I mean, I'm for supplements, but if you can do something naturally, that's definitely better.
I'm for that too. And just I want to let you know that nuts and beans also have oxalates in them. So take a look at the oxalate level. If you do have um, kidney issues of any kind, be careful with the oxalates.
Absolutely.
And, okay, hold on.
Yeah, I've
I
never
have to
heard
get
of
that. So the Latin, yeah, getting rid of scammers. Anyway, so are you saying oxalis? Okay, so that's the official name of the plant. So I'm going to take a picture of that and look that up later. So
Yeah, I'll say I don't know what that. I'm not familiar with that one.
to me, it sounds like it has oxalates in it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to grab that real quick. Oops, too much. I touched the wrong spot. Okay. All right, there you go. It takes 2 seconds for me to do that. Sorry about that. Um, and Pam, I guess you've come in. Do you have any questions on health and fitness? You've helped me a lot already because you were talking about cortisol. You were talking about sugar adhering to the fat because my gut has been growing. I haven't been out as much as I want to, and I haven't been disciplined enough. Let me go back to that word, and consistent enough to get out and do that. I've been stuck behind my laptop a lot longer than I used to be, so I have to get.
Yeah, and one thing though, what I'm hearing or what I want you to understand is that 80% of weight loss is in the diet. It is not in movement. And we can do cardio until our legs fall off, but
Right.
then you're still going to go, why do I still have a belly? Well, because you're overeating for what you're actually doing. So
So it's the balance between
it's absolutely a
intake.
balance. It's a total balancing act.
Yeah. And really, I haven't been eating that much. When I'm on the computer, I have a tendency not to eat. And so then, of course, I'm grabbing something quick and easy.
Right, you're slowing your metabolism down.
Right.
So
Exactly.
by not eating and not moving, we're reversing all that. Our body's going almost into like a hibernation mode,
Yeah.
and then when you do grab that snack, you end up hitting those things that the body doesn't necessarily need, and then you're not able to burn them off.
Yeah. And I've toasted walnuts and pecans recently. With my pecans, I add cinnamon and cumin.
Okay,
Anybody
perfect.
who wants to know about that.
Yep.
And the walnuts, no oils. I don't use oils in any of my toasting or roasting of my nuts. So I also add pepitas to that. For those who don't know, that is pumpkin seeds,
Uh-huh.
and those are really good too.
Pumpkin seeds
And
are wonderful.
yeah, sunflower seeds I'll do raw and toast them. I prefer to do it myself.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. When you do things yourself, you know what you're getting. You hope that when you buy something pre-made for you, that what's on the label is accurate, but it's not always.
Right. And we don't know the facility in which they
Correct.
produce it.
Exactly. And if you happen to have some sort like I am very big on understanding those and reading the labels because I have severe food allergies. So you have to pay attention to there's some supplements out there that I can't have because they're also made in a facility that has shrimp. So got to be careful.
So your main ones are the selfish. What is the what are other ones? I'll pull his up in just a second.
Sure. It's just it's my biggest one is shellfish. I mean, I can eat all the fish that I want. I can have mollusks, so like the clams, oysters, scallops, I can have all that. But the biggest one that they put into supplements is shellfish.
Yeah.
And that's because of the omega 6s and omega 3s. I can't have that.
Yeah. The
I need to know a little bit more about that so I can help you.
yeah. What are your issues?
Yeah, what are the issues?
And next we will be talking with Victor about autism awareness as well.
Oh, okay.
But yes, he's. I know he eats pretty well. He grows some of his own vegetables.
That's amazing. I love that.
I think he just planted some cucumber seeds.
Love it.
And he's in Sweden, so he has to, he can't do growing outside all that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I'm sure he's here. Please reply on what your current issues are or what the issues are, why you have to have a balancing act with this,
Yeah.
with your nutrition. And I definitely, I know lymphatic system movement is very important to me. And I
Oh,
think,
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, people I when I do my stretch routine in the morning and people see it for the first time, they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I need to stretch and move my lymphatic system. I want everything to drain properly."
yes,
Yeah, or when people comment and go, "Oh, you have skinny ankles." And I'm like, "Thanks, that's the way they're supposed to be, everything's draining properly."
exactly. I'm going to have to remind people of that. They used to be called dancer's ankles.
Yeah, no,
The
it's
skinny
just they're
ones.
supposed to be that way. Uh,
The
I'm
prices is crazy. Okay, but what is your biggest issues for me? I have it in the DNA. What is in your DNA that's causing problems with your body?
yeah,
Okay. And I'm glad you like salmon, but
I love salmon.
I do too. But I've been, like I said, I went to Sprouts and I looked at the salmon and it looked fake.
Oh, you have to be careful. Like, just the easiest way for us to do it here is we need to see that it's got the word Alaskan on it. And if
Oh,
it's if it's Alaskan, we know it's wild caught. If not, we know it's farm raised.
went up to over 150 kilograms some years ago. Hope to get down and stay there, but it's
Okay,
always
okay. A lot of people blame weight gain on their DNA. No, sorry, it's not that. We can work on that together though.
oh, exactly. Thank you, KK. And
Yeah.
KK is in Oregon. She's
Oh,
raising 5 horses.
amazing. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. I love what she said. Yeah, it's not DNA is not to blame on our weight gain. Unfortunately, it does give us that body shape, and who we are, but we can change our metabolism.
Mhm.
Um, nah, we can work together, try to fix that for you.
So get a hold of her. Get a
Yeah,
hold of Tara. And you can find her on, again, TikTok, Facebook,
Instagram,
and
Facebook.
Instagram. Yeah.
Yep.
So, and her links are in the description, so you can do that. I think I put her email in there too. I'm not certain, but if I haven't, I will add that to it so that you guys
Wonderful.
can get a
Yeah, you
hold of
can
her.
always get a hold of me. I'm always available. I am in the United States on the East Coast, so if you message me and I don't get to you right away, as soon as I wake up, I will.
And Victor is, let me see, he should be 6 hours difference from you, six
Okay,
hours ahead of you.
ahead of me. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, because he's 9 hours ahead
Yep.
of us.
Okay. Yep. And I'm 3 hours ahead of you.
Yeah. So I want to make sure he knows that and you know that. So
Perfect. I love that. Thank you.
you guys are a little closer than we are. We have to pay attention to what time he's up in the morning and all.
Yeah. As long as if I'm up, he's definitely up. But if I'm up, you're not necessarily up.
No, not necessarily. Yeah. Um, we understand it's your intake that's causing the problem, not your DNA.
Right. Yeah.
And
As
just,
long as we're aware of that, then we are coachable.
yeah,
100% coachable.
you got this, Victor.
I
Yeah.
love that. This is a great community.
Yes, they are. And they're more and
Amazing.
more out there. It's a very busy day today. Um, yeah, let's see. So, what about an exercise routine? I know you said you started out with exercise. I mean, with strength,
Yeah.
stretching. Yes,
It
that's
should
what it is.
never be intimidating. You want to start small and then just build onto what you're doing. If you can just start with 10 minutes every day, you will feel monumentally different in about a month. I mean, just give yourself some time. I always recommend first thing in the morning. I know that especially for us women, we are busy, we have kids to get up and off to school. we have to fight and make sure we leave early enough not to get stuck behind school buses and all that traffic. But if you normally wake up at 6, try waking up at 5:50. Just give yourself that extra 10 minutes to just for you, and just stretch any way that you can move your body. That's going to set a more positive tone for your day. You're just going to notice how much better you feel. And then eventually
Oh, hi there.
that's okay.
That has a tendency to have to do with internet connection sometimes. Okay.
Yeah, I have it too. I train clients through the Zoom app sometimes, and or Teams, and it drops out, and I'm like, oh, hold on, let me change devices.
Yeah, get back in. Okay, so you were talking about
10 minutes. Yeah, just try to wake up 10 minutes earlier and get your body moving, and you will notice right away from day 1 how much more positive your day is. Just get that blood moving, and how we were just talking about lymphatic drainage. It's just you're getting your body, like we'll say, the engine started just a little bit, earlier, and wow, will you feel different? Yeah, Tai Chi is fantastic.
oh, I love Tai Chi.
Love
Yes.
that. Yeah.
And they're talking about Tai Chi walking and stuff. I mean, I took Tai Chi classes. I didn't realize there was a Tai Chi walking.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a Tai Chi walking, but I'd love to learn about it. That sounds cool.
It'd just be another thing to add to your repertoire.
Yeah, I know the Japanese does like interval walking. They're very, very big on that lifestyle, and that's great. And that's just, walking at a fast pace for maybe 30 seconds, and then walking a little bit slower for a minute or two, then walking at a fast pace again. And that's great. We use interval training, just for cardiovascular health.
Wow. I mean, I had that on one of the apps that I was using sometimes, but I never stuck to it. So
Yeah. It's a habit, and it takes us a while to create a new habit, because what we have to do to create a new habit, we have to replace it with the bad habit, and then just keep replacing it with the same routine until it sticks. And that's how we build discipline.
and Katie Newkirk came in, and she's in Missouri.
Welcome.
So she's in between us.
Yep.
Yeah, and she felt she was late. Wanted her to ask questions. She's recovering from surgery.
Okay.
So, any advice on recovering from surgery? I think it was shoulder.
Oh, okay. Get moving. If you have any type of joint surgery, go listen to what the orthopedic surgeon tells you. Follow up with your your physical therapist, and get that joint moving. And then as soon as they clear you, to go back to normal activity, start strength training that joint. That way you protect it.
And should nutrition be any different? Should she add protein or?
No, it's not. That's not going to change the way you heal, or anything. The only thing, anytime you have surgery done, and depending on what it's doing to you, is it slowing you down, then you have to think about a calorie deficit. If you're pushing yourself through hard PT and things like that, you might need a little bit more protein. So it depends on your activity level.
And definitely hydration and nutrition.
Oh, hydration is so important. The world that we live in is chronically dehydrated. You've got to drink water. Sports drinks, no. Unless you're actively playing a sport and you're sweating, you don't need a sports drink. Just drink water. And water helps aid in weight loss. The more that it helps fill our stomach up. So if you are trying to lose a little bit of weight, drink a glass of water before you start to eat. That'll take up a little bit of room in your stomach, so you can't eat a lot. And then if you eat and you go, I'm still hungry, try another glass of water. That'll fill you up. That way you're not eating too much. But I mean, we should all be drinking about half our body weight in ounces.
And some people say that. I just have I work at drinking a gallon of water a day.
That's incredible. That's 128 ounces.
which is
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
little over my weight.
yeah, I was gonna say that's over my weight.
Yeah. Water is all I drink.
That's
Good. Very
amazing,
good,
Katie.
Katie.
Fantastic. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. I've found that one of my son's friends, his doctor just told him he had to get off of soda.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so now he's doing water
yeah, because
because,
a 12-ounce can of soda is over a day's worth of your sugar intake, your recommended sugar intake. That's just a 12-ounce can, and I see people when I start training them, that's all they drink. They drink about 5 or 6 of them a
mm,
day, and they wonder why they feel horrible. And I'm like, well, let's just start there. Let's replace one of those with water, and then we'll work. We have to do it at small increments at a time because we want to set you up for success. You don't want to change everything because that's failure. That's not going to work.
and cold turkey for some people does not work.
It doesn't work for most people. It's not even if you have a strong-willed person that's what they want. But if you take everything away from them at once,
Right.
it's not going to work.
Well, I'm talking soda versus water.
Oh, yeah. They can't take it all away because they're going to crave that sugar and then they're just going to go right back to it. So we'll just replace little bits at a time so that it's like weaning them away from the sugar.
Adding a routine to add lime, lemon, water now just to try clean the system.
Just drink water. It'll do it for itself. But if you want the added flavor of adding and make sure it's fresh, squeezed lemon or lime, that's wonderful. Because a lot of these additives have aspartame in them. And
Yes.
that's a whole nother can of worms you open up there.
And want to remind people that zero sugar sodas have aspartame.
Aspartame. Yep. They have to taste good somehow.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I know a young man that drinks a lot of those.
Yeah. The number one thing that you're going to get for aspartame is a ridiculous headache. So, and that's just a little bit. So if it's giving you a headache, it's telling you what it's doing to your body.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
And also stomach problems.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You will develop severe stomach problems from it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. You can't have anything and no caffeine.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Is the only thing plus 1 or 2 cups of coffee. So you're not supposed to have caffeine with that?
I know not after the first year and not too much caffeine. Yeah. They don't want anybody with bariatric surgery to be drinking too much caffeine. Caffeine, I mean, it's not good for you anyway. I'm not going to say I don't have any caffeine. That would be a lie. I definitely drink enough caffeine, but that's moderation also.
Somebody's saying guilty. Okay. And one of the things that the only thing I get it does have caffeine. It has 12.5 grams of caffeine in a tablespoon, and that is cacao, not cocoa, but cacao.
Cacao, yeah.
But it has a lot of
natural caffeine, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, cocoa also has caffeine, but it's usually 25 milligrams. Double.
Yeah, it's a lot more. You look at any chocolate bar that you get, anything, people think it's just sugar. Well, you're getting that caffeine too. You're getting all these added chemicals.
Yeah. And all the time to stop drinking Diet Coke. Yes, please stop. Because every time you order it, it's like, no, you don't want that.
You don't want that. Well, you do. You think you want it, but you don't need it. Oh, I tried. I don't like mushroom coffee. It's the taste good for you, but that taste is terrible.
We have a friend of ours here. We call the Mushroom Lady, Claudine. She has Elevated by Claudine is the name of her company. She makes a 7 blend and a 14 blend mushroom tea.
Oh, wow.
I love those, any of those, and I can add cacao to them if I feel like it. And it gives that chocolate flavor, but it also gives just a touch of caffeine if I need it.
If you need it.
Yeah, because nobody wants me on caffeine, not even me. I get that grumpy. I'm just saying. But
Yeah, and
sometimes you need it.
sometimes you need it, but you'll also notice when you flip over to a healthier lifestyle,
Yeah.
the less and less caffeine your body needs because you're naturally more energetic. Like you just have it.
Yes, I spent a few weeks in Long Beach and had to drive home and found myself falling asleep. I got out immediately, ran into a Target, and grabbed as dark and unsweetened chocolate that I could find because that took care of my
That'll
caffeine
take
need
care of
and
it.
I was
Yep.
good.
Yep. I am an avid napper. So almost every day I'll sneak in a quick 20-minute nap.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Hmm.
I didn't think about mushroom teas. I will have to talk to my mushroom lady. Good. Yeah, because it is, mushrooms are so good for you. Yes,
Hmm.
everything in moderation, but
Everything in moderation. But yes, no, we're all gonna go one way or the other, and mushrooms are definitely the way to go.
now would you, I know it's a fungi, but
Uh,
is it in the vegetable area or is an area by itself? I mean, should you,
oh, that's it. You know what? That's a good question. If I had to guess, it's probably by itself. I mean, because
yeah,
or the there's probably a whole group of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Yes. So that would be a 1/4 cup as well? Or
No,
could you take a little bit more on that
I
one?
would probably do more.
Okay.
Yeah, more. Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of the mushrooms need to be cooked, everyone.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Don't just assume it's raw, it's good. No,
Mm-mm.
cook them, please.
Cook them, please.
Yeah. Dark chocolate is something I must have in my fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost bought a bag of sugar free dark chocolate chips yesterday. And then I read it again. And it's like, no, I don't want this stuff in my
Yeah,
body. And
because
put it back.
if you take that dark chocolate sugar-free and you flip it over to the label and you put it right next to the semi-sweet milk chocolate, it's almost identical. Yeah,
Oh,
so it's
yeah.
they're both bad. So if you're gonna have one, pick the one that you like the taste of and just have it moderation. But
Yes.
if you can avoid both, avoid it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of it. A lot of things out there. Is there any one food group or food? I don't know. I was going to say manufacturer. No, don't
No.
want to get on that.
You
I don't
know,
want to get in
because
trouble.
no, and it's the thing is, so I actually just did a CE course on this the other day. You know, we know that the Mediterranean diet is the healthiest out there, and that's just eating healthy, eating your vegetables. You know, they eat moderate lean meats. Um, and now we have what's called the DASH diet, and that's just a combination. They started eating the DASH diet allows you to have more nuts, but what is it called? I think it's called the Mind diet. Yeah. The Mind diet is when you combine Mediterranean and DASH diet. And basically,
Oh,
it goes back to what we said earlier in this segment where eat your rainbow, eat
yes.
your lean proteins, just eat healthy. And here's a good one. One of my best friend talks about having stomach issues all the time and gluten intolerances and things like that, and how it's so hard. And I said,
Mhm.
well, I put her on FaceTime and I went through my refrigerator and I said, 99% of the things in my house are gluten free. And that's because they came from the world, they came from the land. They're not man made.
Right.
So if you're eating healthy, you don't have to worry about inflammation and stomach issues and things like that. You're naturally going to have a healthier diet.
Yeah. And plant the seeds, whether it's in your house or in a small plot in containers,
Absolutely.
whatever. Eat
Whatever.
what you
You
want.
make because you know what it is. You know, I mean, here we get warm weather where we can grow things maybe only 6 months a year, but still they sell. I have a lot of
Mhm.
those warming pads. I have a UV light in my house, and you can grow things all year round. And you'll notice a big change when you start growing your own fruits and vegetables. They don't look anything like the ones in the grocery store.
No.
The size is different, the color is different, the taste is different.
The smell
The
is
smell,
different.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Sadly, here in Sweden, we are getting similar, like in U.S. food prices. Well, food prices are different than manufactured food, because manufactured food here in the United States, we have over 260 chemicals and compounds
Yep.
that the European Union does
Don't
not
use.
allow.
They're illegal in the European Union here, and that's why they've deemed this now the Western diet, and
Ugh,
it's terrible. That's why we say if you can eat like the Mediterranean diet and combine it, with the DASH diet, you're going to be a healthy human being.
yeah. And I love the Mediterranean diet,
Me too.
anti-inflammatory diet.
Yep.
Those two to me were great. I haven't heard of the DASH and the Mind diet, so I definitely want to look into those. But
Yeah, it's basically they call it when you're eating a well-round diet, they call it the mind diet. So it's like it's
mhm.
basically just taking the Mediterranean diet. And I noticed with the Mediterranean diet, they don't eat a lot of nuts or seeds, like we were talking about pumpkin seeds and flax
Mm,
seeds and things like that.
okay.
But if you have the mind diet, they've incorporated that as well.
Okay. And yeah, it's great food. Still, don't run out to your local Greek or Mediterranean fast food to get some of that. You want to know what you
What's
have
in it?
in.
We get
And it,
I don't know if you get a lot of these out there, but we get a lot of food trucks. And I'm like, I don't know exactly what you have in there or how long it's been cold.
yes, or how many times you reheated it.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, that's even scarier. Because with Mediterranean, they do have a lot of meats in there:
Mhm.
lamb, beef.
Fish, they do a lot of
Well, fish part is good.
yep,
There's a lot of chicken too, but fish you're pretty safe with in their diets.
yeah.
But if you don't want to intake lamb, that's your choice.
Mhm.
But you've got to know what you're doing. The Euro meats usually is a combination,
Yep.
so you want to really take a look at what they're
Oh,
offering.
absolutely. You wanna know what you're putting in your body. Absolutely, 100%. You can't just trust that what it says it is. You can't order things and not know. You have got to know what you're putting in you because and especially track your food.
Yes.
I document every as even being as far into this journey that I'm in, I still track every single thing I eat. And it helps me know, like, okay, tomorrow, if I don't feel a certain way or something's different, I can look back and say, okay, this is what I ate, and I make sure I track my fluid intake,
Mhm, mhm.
and that's never going to change.
Yeah. So, other than water, you mentioned
I
whatever
drink, I drink super greens.
super greens. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because in the way I started those a couple years ago. There's one particular company that I really like, and it's we know that there's barely any human beings on this earth that eats their perfect servings of fruits and vegetables every single day.
Correct.
Even I'm not 100%, I may be 80% close or something, but just giving yourself one scoop of super greens, mixing it with your morning water, you're getting all of your extra greens and your vegetables in you. We all need that.
Yeah. And I've found that just grabbing some, whether it's cilantro or parsley or something at the Mediterranean store, whatever greens I can pick up, not just lettuces, but
Mhm.
just greens, and chopping them up and putting them into, after cleaning them, washing them, yes, um, putting them into my eggs
Oh,
or
absolutely
anything I'm
wonderful.
making. It
Yep,
makes a huge
huge
difference in how I
difference.
feel.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely does. And that goes right back to the whole eat a colorful diet. Eggs are one of those things, they're just that's a bland, boring, neutral color, add some color to it.
Tomatoes, onions, I mean,
Onions, whatever, peppers,
yeah,
I love peppers. Yeah.
anything you like, but
Yeah.
please, Make it more colorful. It's more
Exactly.
exciting to eat it.
It
that
is
way.
way more exciting, and then the way you feel is exciting. Somebody told me a couple months ago that they were like, "You track your food and what you eat? That's so boring." I said, "Really?" I said, "That what? Well, this is how I'm going to say it to you. I'm not boring because of the way I eat, and you're sleepy all the time because of the way you eat." So,
So who's the boring person?
that's
No.
exactly what I told him. I said, "Now who's boring?"
Yeah. While I'm shopping my food, I'm trying
Yeah.
to have at least 80% fruits. Don't overdo the
Yeah,
fruits.
don't overdo fruits. You cannot overdo vegetables. You can overdo fruit.
Yeah. Remember, there's a lot of sugar in fruits.
Yeah.
And like Tara said, that you wash it out when you have too much of anything,
Mhm.
but it's,
The sugar is gonna stay though.
yeah, and it's going to stay in your joints and
Yeah.
places you don't want it.
Yeah, whether it's natural sugar or artificial sugar, the body just sees sugar. And that's exactly what it's gonna do. Too much of anything, the body is gonna take it and it's gonna store it, whether it stores it in your joints and whether it stores it in your fat cells. It doesn't matter. The body says, "Oop, nope, that's sugar."
So we don't want too much. And I've overdosed on fruits and vegetables. I have. It's like,
Everybody has. There's no one is perfect,
no.
and it's not. It's just trying to be that 80 to 90%, consistent every day. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna eat, oops, I ate a little too much of that, or whatever. That's okay.
Yes, when my granddaughter makes baked goods of any kind, it's like I have to try it.
Yeah, of
I'm killing
course.
myself.
I love to bake, but I have learned how to incorporate either Greek yogurt or cottage cheese into everything that I do now. And I've switched to monk fruit. That way I get that little bit of that sugary flavor, but without the sugar.
And yes, and I want to remind you that in the description are all of the links to Tara's sites on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. So please take a look at those.
Yeah, follow me. Ask me any questions you have.
Yeah. And like she says, she does uh, group and individual.
Yeah, I can help you in any way that as long as it's
Fitness.
within my scope, whether it's weight loss, muscle toning, you just want to know how to put yourself into a calorie deficit, you want to know what your macros should be. That's what I do.
I love that. I love that. So I appreciate that.
Sure, of course.
And you might be hearing from quite a few people.
That's wonderful. I'm here.
And we're going to keep promoting this this video. Well, this live right now will be turned into video a little
Wonderful.
bit later, and then we'll be pushing that again through the weekend so that you guys can, who didn't get to see it, please share it with others, because what Tara brings to the table is different than a lot of people we've had on, and it's what we need, because I know there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that need this right now, and know that, be encouraged that there's someone out there to help.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I went through my own struggle. I was not always this fit. I was not always this trim or this healthy. I had to learn how to do it. And that's why I want to help others do it, because it took me the time. I now have the knowledge and I want to share it with everyone.
Exactly. And I love how we go back to grapes, and grapes are very processed these days. They
Oh
seem.
my gosh. That, or you get grapes that look like cannonballs. I'm like,
Yeah.
that, or strawberries. Like, you see how large strawberries are anymore. Do not eat those.
Yeah. And they're almost plastic, people.
They are.
They feel different.
Yeah, they absolutely. I won't eat them. Like, that's just because they don't look right. If I won't put steroids, if I won't inject them for muscle growth, I'm not eating them.
Yes. And when I went to Europe for the summers for education abroad, their fruits were huge, but they smelled better. They were juicier. They tasted better. because they didn't have all those chemicals and compounds.
Exactly. And that's a big reason to just try growing them yourself.
Exactly.
Most of them, they're very easy to do,
Mhm.
just make sure you keep an eye on them. So some need more water and light than others. But when you start growing your own food and you see the difference that it makes, you smell and taste the difference, you'll really reconsider where you're buying things and realize what things should look like.
Yeah. And it's just, I can't even sit. I love the smell of freshly grown things, no matter
Absolutely.
what it
Oh,
is. So
absolutely.
nice.
They look different. They smell different. They taste different. They make you feel different. And then also it's rewarding because you grew it yourself. That's a big thing. I actually started doing gardening.
Oh,
It was something to get my mind other things, and it brought me a sense of healing and just naturally made me happier. And then once I learned how to do it, I was like, oh, now I see why people do this.
I took a summertime fitness class,
Mhm.
and it was very well. It wasn't summertime; it was spring. Um, it was really rainy at that time, which is fine. Here in Arizona, rain is something we love. Love to see every once in a while. It's very much in moderation here. I'm just saying, but I used gardening for my fitness. That
Amazing.
was my fitness. That
Yeah,
was my
that's wonderful.
sanctuary and all that. So,
Yeah, and that's what I tell everybody. It's like this is it's a lifestyle that I have. It's just I cut out the negative. I noticed I lost a lot of friends when I completely switched into this way, and I realized that's because they were making me feel and act a certain way, and I don't want to be that way anymore. So gardening comes into all that where you find a big community
mhm.
out there of everybody trying to do the same thing. Like this community of how we all come together and just want to find that healthy way that we can live and keep going. That's what it's all about.
And getting out and meeting those people,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and I love to meet people. So that's
whether it's
cool.
through fitness or gardening or anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything, and I'm always open to suggestions and questions. And, I'm still learning as we're going. So anything is welcome.
So let us know when you go to farmers markets in your area. If you could do some videos on
Oh,
those.
absolutely. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I can do that. I'm starting to do them on grocery
Oh,
stores
okay.
and things like that. So, yeah, those are to come. And then I'll do some when we actually just this month now is when our farmers markets are starting to pop up. We get them here from April to October.
And you did one on the protein. So getting
I've
back
done
to
a
the protein.
couple on
Okay.
protein in different ways that I do it. I just got a Ninja Creamy, so I've been making my own protein ice cream. So I know I've done two on that so far.
Okay. And I've got to look at all of those that you had laid out there of the protein, the different um, products of
Yeah,
protein.
yeah. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna try and I actually just got myself a model of a pound of fat and a pound of muscle. So that video is coming.
Oh, wow. Would love to see that.
That one's coming. I'll try to get that one out tonight.
And remember, muscle weighs more than fat, people.
Well, but muscle takes up a lot less space in the body than fat does.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I love that idea too. More space, please. For me, it's that I love the therapy of gardening, yes, and the rewards.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%.
And in
Yeah.
Missouri, they have a few more months to garden than you do in Maryland.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I eventually we're looking to get out of this area. I would like somewhere that is warmer, longer. I want a longer summer. So this is not cutting it for me, especially after this past winter when we had about 2 feet of snow at once. It was terrible.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it lasts. I mean, I think we saw it for a good 3 weeks. It was miserable.
So, where are you thinking?
Um, Wherever both of us can end up continue in the same fields that we're in. I know I can do it all over the world,
Yeah.
but we were thinking to this morning, Texas came up, so we'll see if that happens.
All I can say is property tax in Texas. That's all I can say about that one.
Oh yeah. Well, that's just the cost of living here in Maryland it's really, really
Yeah.
high. So, and we know we like to meet new people and we both have that high energy that we just want to be out more. And this just isn't the area for us
Yeah.
anymore.
And I did spend a lot of time in San Antonio over a couple of years, and I have friends there. And you said you were there a year, so
Hmm. Yep. It's
I really
beautiful.
like it. And there's so many things to
Yeah.
do. So many. They have the fiesta. They have
Mhm.
an aqua. I forgot what it is in August that they have, but yeah, they have so many things.
And just it and the kindness of people there. I mean, it just that blew me away.
And my friend Tara lives there, so
Cool.
yep. Protein ice cream. I'm obsessed with
Yeah,
ice cream.
yeah, protein ice cream, definitely. Yeah, follow me then, definitely, because I am an ice cream addict, and I have posted, and I've made 2 or 3 protein ice creams now that get about 48 grams of protein. They're under 300 calories for an entire, it's like you would get a Ben and Jerry's pint, and you have to eat this much. Well, when I make them with protein, you can eat the entire thing.
Oh wow. Good and bad that you can eat the entire thing.
It's not bad when it's not calorically dense and there's high protein and low fat, so you're good to go.
And you
Yeah,
think
Austin
Austin's
is
different?
really nice.
Good.
I agree. Yeah, Austin reminds me a lot of here. It's a little bit busier, um, but it's a really nice area. I do agree with that.
My sister lives in Austin, so
Cool. Great weather. Yeah, great weather.
yeah, but it's still in the hill country, so it can get rather dicey during the summer times. So
Yeah.
love the idea of having healthy ice
I could
cream.
get away from this humidity though. Our humidity is atrocious. Perfect.
Then
I look
where
forward to it.
okay, thanks. And it is about time. So yeah, it's 57 after. So are there any events that you're doing coming up?
Not any true like events that I have planned right now. I plan on getting a lot more videos out to social media for everyone. I have been really busy. I'm a personal trainer. I go to people's homes and personal train that way, as well as doing a lot of things online. So I will make sure that if I do set up to do something, I will let everybody know first.
Do you have a website or just on your social medias?
No, just social media.
Okay. Want to make sure because I couldn't find it.
Yeah, no, not yet. I'm trying to build up as much social media as I possibly can. I figure that's the way I'm reaching as many people as possible right now.
Yes. Definitely at this time, I think it helps a lot. And like I said, you've had people from Kenya, from Sweden,
It's
all
amazing.
over.
It's
So,
amazing. I love it.
and hold on just a minute, but thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for the questions and hope to see you next week when I interview Victor. And and just be safe out there. Choose yourself. Please choose you. You are most important person in your life. Did you anything you want to say?
Thank you all for giving me this opportunity. It has been truly amazing, a true blessing, just to have the time to come on here. And thank you, Julie. And I so look forward to meeting each and every one of you. And I look forward to working with you guys.
Thank you guys so much. And here we go.